it's Abigail of Ground and Grow Yoga, and today on Return to Basics we're looking at Warrior One and Humble Warrior. These two postures have the same footing, and therefore we're going to look at them at the same time. So hop on your mat and let's get started. Traditionally in Warrior One, we have one foot facing forward, the other foot is off at an angle, but the feet are together as far as having the front foot cross-sect the back foot, the back arch. We come forward, hips face towards the front, arms come up towards the sky. Now the most common complaints here are for the hips and for the knees, because things don't feel as comfortable as they could because of the twisting of the posture. And also people feel that they're putting a lot more weight into that front knee than the back leg and can feel off balance that way. Also, some people have a tightness through the shoulders to consider as well. So this adjustment is super easy and easily done in class without props, which is to walk the front foot all the way out towards the side of the mat. Step the back foot out so that your hips are facing the front of the mat. So instead of being on a tightrope here and feeling off balance, I have my feet wide, and then I'm able to press into that back arch, send my hips forward, bend into that front knee. I can see where my knee is in space and adjust accordingly to make sure it's over the ankle. And I'm a lot more comfortable in the hips. I don't feel any tweaking in my back, and I feel like this back leg is more secure as well, and then I can go deeper into this front leg without feeling like I'm going to topple over. As far as the arms, instead of having them straight up, I always opt for having them out to the side more. I just feel like it's more comfortable for the shoulders, and you don't get that crunching in the back of the neck. So Warrior One, Humble Warrior. Again, remember we're on that tightrope. We swing the arms back behind, interlacing the fingers, send the arms actively out, and come forward at a diagonal. Now, being in this position here, I immediately feel pain in my knee because I'm sending all of my weight forward here. I feel very off balance because of my stance. And for me, my shoulders feel very pinched here. So I have tightness here. And then even my biceps don't really feel comfortable in this posture either. So first, doing our adjustments for Warrior One, I'm going to bring my stance wider. Already that makes me feel more comfortable with sending my weight forward because I'm more secure in my stance. Coming all the way down to Warrior One, I'm going to swim my hands around. If it feels comfortable to interlace the fingers, you can do so. Quite often though, I suggest people bring their hands to their waist or hips. So I'm holding onto my hips here, and then I shift forward. So I turn my hips to the side, shift forward, and then come forward here. And I've relieved some pressure from my knee already. I can feel the upper part of my thigh engage more, and I feel more secure in the posture here. I also feel like I can regulate whether my back is straight or not better here. The other thing that you can do is to use your blocks. So I come from my Warrior One. Instead of swimming the hands back, I bring them down, and here I'm able to come into the diagonal. My leg has less pressure on it because I have the blocks to press on, and I am in Humble Warrior in a modified version. So slowly coming out of that, We're going to see what it looks like in a chair. But I'm going to come to the front of my seat. I'm going to shift my hips here. I'm going to extend my leg out, press into the side of the foot just like I was doing before, and then I'm going to turn and hold on to the chair here. I am pressing into this front foot, but definitely not as actively as if I was actually doing it standing up. But I am bending that knee, and then I can reach the arms up. I do feel like I'm very much perched on the edge of the seat, partially because mine has arms, so if you have a chair that doesn't have arms, you'll be able to scoot on a little further and not feel like you're going to fall off. If we're going to come into humble warrior, you would come forward and place the hands on the ground, but be aware that you can very easily fall out of your chair that way. So again, doing it to the other side. My hips are facing forward. I have myself on the chair here, pressing actively into the back, pressing into the front. And then if I wanted to, I could carefully bring my hands down to the ground. The other possibility, which I can't do in here super well, I'm going to stand up, is to do your warrior one against a wall. So I don't have a wall here, but if I was to press my hip all the way up against the wall and then have my other leg out, then I just have the support here of keeping my shoulder on the wall, hip on the wall, and I have more support. So that is an option as well if you want to try to avoid the potential of falling out of your chair and can just use a wall. I hope that helped. If you enjoyed this video, check out the rest of my Return to Basics series. Also make sure you're subscribed so you know when a new video comes out. And leave a comment below if there's a particular type of yoga pose or breathing exercise that you are interested in learning more about. Remember to keep grounding down into your strengths and growing as an individual. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.